You'll be gripped by the suspenseful tale of two billionaires who are renowned for their audacious dispositions and unparalleled aspirations. They are in the high-stakes corporate sector, where alliances are made with ferocity and resolve and egos collide like titans. The narrative describes how they transition from a verbal duel to the brink of a groundbreaking collaboration. Mark Cuban, the audacious businessman and outspoken Shark Tank investor, infuriated Elon Musk. The business community was taken aback by their public altercation, and their contentious conversations made news. But what happens if these two heavyweights decide to put aside their egos and collaborate? In today's film, we take you on an exciting journey through the highs and lows of an uncommon alliance. The eccentric billionaire known for his bold statements, Mark Cuban, found himself in hot water after he upset Elon Musk, the creator of Tesla. Prepare to witness the formation of the most improbable alliances as we take you on this exciting journey where creativity soars to previously unheard of heights and the future of business and technology is determined. This is a story that will challenge your assumptions, grab your attention, and serve as a reminder that in the world of giants, even the most unexpected partnerships have the ability to change the course of history. Before we proceed with this video, do remember to hit the like button and subscribe to Tesla Stock News. With that said, let's get the video going. Before diving into the details as soon as is practical, let's take some time to get to know these two players. Let me introduce you to Mark Cuban, the well-known American TV personality, entrepreneur, and sports franchise owner. On the popular TV show Shark Tank, where aspiring entrepreneurs pitch their ideas to potential investors, he is one of the key characters. Mark primarily made his income from the sale of broadcast.com during the boom. He is also well known for his tendency to make wise investments in digital and media firms. Apart from his fortune, Mark takes great pride in being the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, an NBA team he bought in 2000. In addition to being a prosperous businessman, Mark is also well known for his candid and occasionally contentious opinions on a variety of subjects, including politics, sports, business, and technology. Mark Cuban is a well-known and influential figure in the world of entrepreneurship. Now, let's concentrate on Elon Musk, the astute businessman and entrepreneur. Having co-founded and operated several cutting-edge companies that have fundamentally transformed their respective industries, Elon is a true trailblazer. His influence is far-reaching, even if you may only be aware of his role in the founding of PayPal, a revolutionary online payment system. Elon made a substantial growing contribution to Tesla Incorporated, an electric vehicle firm that is already a major player in the automotive sector. Tesla has gained a reputation for building electric cars and for making groundbreaking advancements in autonomous driving thanks to Musk's leadership. Elon's entrepreneurial zeal doesn't stop there. He serves as the primary force behind SpaceX, a private space company that has launched reusable rockets and hopes to establish humans as a multiplanetary civilization. His ventures include SolarCity, a provider of solar energy solutions, Neuralink, a cutting-edge neurotechnology business, and The Boring Business, which develops tunneling and infrastructure advancements. Because of his audacious concepts and big-picture outlook, Elon Musk is regarded as one of the most significant and forward-thinking people in the technology and innovation sector. Let's go into the details of their interaction after introducing them. Elon Musk and Mark Cuban recently engaged in a billionaire rivalry on Twitter. However, the Dallas Mavericks owner showed off his exceptional economic acumen in the midst of the online spat. The whole narrative began when podcast maestro Joe Rogan inadvertently sparked this rivalry. Though it started out as a discussion on vaccinations, it swiftly evolved into something quite different. At 55, Rogan took a chance and challenged presidential candidate and anti-vaxxer Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to a debate with vaccine expert Peter Hotez. In exchange, Rogan offered a substantial $100,000 donation to the charity of his choosing. Hotez, who has already appeared on Rogan's podcast multiple times, was apprehensive to talk about RFK because he likened it to a Jerry Springer program. Subsequently, 51-year-old Musk joined the conversation and playful mocked Hotez for declining the Kennedy debate. Later, he made light of the situation by revealing that he was vaccinated. Never one to pass up an opportunity, Mark Cuban expressed his support for Dr. Hotez and spared no detail in his denunciation of Joe Rogan. In defense of Hotez, Cuban, 64, compared Rogan to Elon Musk and called him a bully, asserting that both men were no better than the mainstream media. Using this tweet to promote his new company, which offers prescription drugs at far lower prices, was a wise move on his part. Cuban responded to Rogan's generalizations with composure and wit. Even though he agreed that there are issues in the pharmaceutical industry, he advised Rogan to recognize the numerous lives that the industry had saved. He emphasized how important it is to honor the many other doctors who are dedicated to the goal of saving lives, as well as the hardworking doctors, researchers, and other medical professionals, such as Dr. Hotez. Cuban attacked Rogan's approach, pointing out that experts who specialize in debating the topic should be involved in the quest for the truth about vaccines, as opposed to what he saw as an attempt to scare Dr. Hotez, he stressed that Rogan benefited from producers who handled the discourse and coached him, much like the staff of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. did for him when he gave presentations on same topics. Cuban emphasized how Dr. Hotez and other individuals commit themselves to changing the world on a daily basis. Cuban also drew attention to the parallels between Joe Rogan's platform and Elon Musk's Twitter presence, highlighting how both have effectively become part of the mainstream internet media landscape. He pointed out that, like the traditional mainstream media, they had vested interests. He gave them props for their efforts and accomplishments, but cautioned them not to deceive themselves or the public into thinking they are fundamentally different from the mainstream media they attack. However, Musk seemed to object to a tweet. When asked on Twitter why his business did not stock the drug ivermectin, Cuban replied, "That's a good question." He went on to provide the rationale, which appeared convincing enough to convince Musk to willingly participate in the marketing campaign. With a slightly bemused expression on his face at Elon Musk's sudden entry into the meeting, Cuban apologized for not seeing Elon enter the discussion. He continued by explaining that even though they were actively attempting to negotiate a better price, the ivermectin pricing they had negotiated was substantially more than what other suppliers were offering. Furthermore, he said that they would be pleased to supply hydroxychloroquine HCQ and emphasized that their objective is to become the most cost-effective supplier of all the medications they are permitted to sell in order to save a substantial amount of money for both SpaceX and Tesla. He went so far as to suggest that they consider hiring them. Musk demonstrated his ability to close deals once more when he said he would like to see SpaceX and Tesla investigate the possibilities. It was a compelling pitch that demonstrated Cuban's persuasiveness. Regarding Musk's reputation, Cuban stated that, while people admire him for his intelligence, they should equally honor his willingness to invest a significant amount of money in his ventures. He argued that a CEO's strong personality and occasional disregard for the law are acceptable, because this is just a reality of life. Cuban expressed his satisfaction with Musk's ongoing commitment to his endeavors, especially Tesla, pointing out that Musk has committed a significant portion of his wealth and zeal to achieving his objective. Finally, Cuban conveyed his belief in Musk's drive and aspirations. In spite of all this, Elon Musk enjoys the backing of another rich financial genius, Ron Barron. Let me introduce you to Ron Barron, the well-known billionaire investor and creator of the prestigious investment management firm Barron Capital Group. Barron is renowned for his patient, tried-and-true investing strategy and for being a shrewd investor. His approach is to find companies that have substantial room for growth and make long-term investments in them, often for several years or even decades. One of Barron's most well-known characteristics is his steadfast faith in certain companies, the highlight of which is Tesla Incorporated. Barron is not merely a silent admirer, he actively supports Tesla's bright future and has committed large sums of money to do so. Under his leadership, Barron Capital Group is a major player in the global financial scene and manages a substantial amount of assets. But Ron Barron is more than just numbers and money. Regarded as a renowned philanthropist, he generously donates to institutions of higher learning and science. Because of his deep understanding of the financial sector and his steadfast commitment to the companies he supports, Ron Barron is a well-known figure in the investing world. In a recent interview with CNBC, Barron provided his opinion of Musk's financial strategies, emphasizing that he doesn't believe Musk will return to the market for additional money unless it's necessary for the ambitious expansion Musk is aiming for. According to Barron, Tesla is using a lot less money to produce new cars than its competitors while using a lot less labor and operating more efficiently. Leading creative projects doesn't always go as planned, as Barron pointed out, bringing a practical viewpoint to the discussion. He is aware that venturing into uncharted area entails a certain amount of unpredictability. Barron, who remains an ardent backer of Tesla, projects remarkable returns for the company's future prospects, estimating that they could be able to boost their investments by a factor of 20.